What's up, motherfuckers? You're watching Fuck I Love AEW. This episode of AEW was fucking incredible.
Start to finish, the best episode yet.
This is Grams Green.
Oh, Boogie.
Yeah, we're going to get right into business right now. If you guys haven't seen it yet, after AEW went off the air, Cody Rhodes cut a phenomenal promo.
A CM Punk level type thing.
Yeah, probably the best promo of his career.
Yeah.
Where he just went over why he loves wrestling, how he got into wrestling, about his dad taught him a lesson about never stealing another man's pop.
Yeah.
Never steal another man's pop.
That's awesome. Love to have a dad like that.
Yeah, and someone told him when they saw him setting up the cage today, they said, "Are you gonna jump off that cage?" And he said, "Damn right, I'm gonna fucking jump off that cage."
My hometown of Atlanta.
Yeah, it was incredible. So make sure you guys watch that Cody Rhodes promo. Dynamite was incredible this week. What do you think about Dynamite?
I think the weakest match was the Rumble, and it was also good. So I think
the Battle Royal.
The Battle Royal was weak, but I mean not weak. It was weaker than everything else. It was a good Battle Royal.
Yeah.
But I know that the outcome makes sense.
Yeah.
But I absolutely cannot stand the Young Bucks. I can't stand them. They're Hardy Boys ripoff. But I mean, then you have the inter squad type thing, and they have to fight in the they're gonna have to fight in the tag team championship.
Yeah, well, it just makes sense story wise for them to go over. I knew they were gonna go over. I knew that it was gonna be Hangman and Omega versus the Young Bucks at Revolution. It just makes sense for the storyline.
Right. I mean, the one thing I like about the Young Bucks is they're an actual real tag team. They're not just two guys thrown together. I hate when they do that shit.
Yeah.
They take two solo performers and they throw them together in a tag team, and that's it. It's stupid.
I think the Young Bucks are skilled. I think they're
soft, man.
They need to gain size. I think they need to follow the rules of tag team wrestling more, not bury the ref.
For a team that is exclusively a tag team, they should be way more primed for tag team wrestling.
Yeah, well, I think they're probably one of the most skilled tag teams in the world, but they bury the ref. They don't follow the rules of tag team wrestling. They'd rather do their spots than actually allow the match to make sense. And I think that's a big problem with AEW. That's their biggest problem.
Yeah, I mean,
little things like that. I think AEW is still finding its footing, but it gets better week after week after week. The show gets better.
And I have to say, after that first Battle Royal...
Well, let's talk about the Battle Royal first.
With the Battle Royal, it kind of, in my mind, it solidified the fact that AEW has the best stable of tag teams.
Yeah.
There's so many tag teams. Not all of them are good, but they're all actual tag teams. They're not just like two guys thrown together. It's excellent. I mean,
having the Young Bucks be... This is the good thing about the Young Bucks being VPs and in charge of the tag team division is it's allowing tag team wrestling to shine in 2020, which I would say tag team wrestling hasn't really been at a height since the early 2000s with the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian.
Yeah, Edge and Christian.
That whole era.
New Generation X.
Yeah, the whole beginning of the what was the
era.
That whole era in the early 2000s. Yeah, so tag team wrestling really hasn't had a focus on it since then, and I think that's the good thing about the Young Bucks being involved as VPs is they're allowing the tag team division to possibly be at the top of the card at some point.
Yeah, but I mean they'll never be top tier until they start working out more.
Yeah,
they look so soft.
We care about that. We're old school wrestling fans. I think a lot of younger people watching wrestling don't care about that as much.
Yeah, it's going to lead to injuries. That's the problem.
I think they need to put on some muscle for sure.
Definitely.
They need to follow, like we said, follow the rules of tag team wrestling. Sell. They need to sell a whole lot more.
They don't sell. They kick out of finishers all the time.
Yeah, and there are some hokey spots in this Battle Royal. There always is. The thing about Battle Royals is they never really make sense. Like when guys almost get eliminated and they're hanging on the outside of the rope, and instead of just kicking them off, they lightly
slide under.
Yeah, or they lightly punch the guy and wait for him to jump back in the ring. There's a whole lot. I mean, I thought Ortiz and Santana could have won.
I was waiting for the Blade and the Butcher, man. I love the Blade and the Butcher.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for main event yet, though. I like them too.
The Butcher just reminds me of some 1800s Gangs of New York dude. And he's got that killer mustache. I think he could be a great heel.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like an 80s wrestler. Yeah. Like an old territory wrestler.
Yeah, he's got that look.
Yeah, the Butcher's awesome. I like the Bunny, too. She's hot.
Oh, yeah.
When she came out and kicked what's his name in his balls.
Oh, yeah. That was
Orange Cassidy in his balls.
Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy's hilarious, man.
Yes.
I love Orange Cassidy.
The best friends suck, though.
Best friends are awful.
Yeah,
they're to me they're actually worse than the Young Bucks. I can't stand.
Yeah, when you stop in the middle of a match to hug,
yeah, it's so
whack. So fucking whack. It just makes wrestling look phony.
Yeah.
I love Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
Yeah, Jungle Boy's small and he will get better as time goes on. You can tell that he has skill.
I think it takes away from his potential having Marco Stunt in the team. Because Jungle Boy Jack Perry is already really small. Yeah. And when you have a smaller guy in the team, like Marco Stunt, it takes away from the potential of him being like the small baby face Rey Mysterio who has to come back. And
Marco Stunt has no position in professional wrestling.
And have you noticed they've been keeping him off TV?
It's a joke. He's ridiculous.
Because of all the criticism, I think, from people like Cornette and stuff and us. Yeah. But Marco Stunt had a dark match with Jimmy Havoc before where... Obviously, Jimmy Havoc went over. Marco Stunt can't win a match.
Yeah,
if they allow Marco Stunt to win a match, it takes away the credibility of their program.
Yeah, I mean he should be put in like squash matches with like the biggest guys possible.
I get not even that. It just makes it look like your guy's beating up a little kid. Like he's
got a little Spike Dudley in him.
He's way smaller than
Spike Dudley.
Yeah,
but Spike Dudley had that same role where he just gets thrown around.
He has to stay. I mean, the crowd loves him. The AEW purists love him. The general wrestling fans don't love him.
Can't stand him.
Yeah, but I think Marco Stunt has a place if he stays as a manager.
Yeah,
if he can come out with them.
Don't come out in a suit, man. Come out in like a fucking regular clothes. Don't come out in your gear.
Yeah, he can come out with the Jurassic Express and stuff, and maybe after the match do a little high spot, like a moonsault.
Frog splash.
Marco Stunt should not be wrestling in matches unless they do like a super lightweight division, like smaller than a cruiserweight division, where it'd be like little people.
No, bring back midget wrestling, man. Put a drum in midget wrestling. You can bring it back.
Yeah, or have
midget wrestling championship.
And have Marco Stunt in there, and put Riho in there too.
Yeah, Riho. Yeah, she's small enough.
We could have Marco Stunt feud with Riho.
Oh yeah, that'd be fair.
I think Riho is bigger than Marco Stunt.
She's definitely talented, more talented than he is.
Yeah, that was. I think the show started off on kind of a down, like a weak match, but it just built and built and built. And I think this is the better formula for Dynamite: is starting low and just building. So the second hour just gets better and better and better.
So let's go.
So the Young Bucks go over. So that sets up the pay-per-view match between them and Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. The second match was Chris Statlander versus Shayna.
Surprisingly good women's match for AEW. AEW has a small stable of women wrestlers. And I thought both these ladies they held their own, man.
Yeah, I was bored during the match.
It was boring, but it was like it was very technical, which is something that you don't see a lot with like women's matches.
Well, not in AEW. In WWE, the women's division.
Well, I mean, in
unbelievable.
In WWE, they're having the women's matches at the headline.
Yeah, which they should be.
Yeah,
you know, if you have Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch going, that's a headline match. Yeah. Chris Statlander, I have to say though, she got a pretty good pop.
She did. Yeah, she did.
And I like Shayna's Dragon Ball Z gear.
Yeah.
She came out and did it like
Kamehameha.
She came out. That was cool. Chris Statlander, she needs to get rid of this gimmick. What do you think about her being an alien that was...
Oh, no, it's so bad. Go back to being a human.
And they have to explain this. Do they want us to believe that she's really an alien?
Or is it some stupid gimmick?
Or is she crazy and she thinks she's an alien? Because if she thinks she's an alien... and they let us know that she's actually not an alien, that she just believes she is, then I can get behind that. Right. But if they want us to believe that she's actually an alien on this wrestling show, I'm not feeling it.
No,
I don't think these kind of angles, these early '90s WWF angles, have a place in AEW.
No. Well, I mean, you could always make it so that she's an AJ type character and she's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think that's the route. They need to explain that better. It was funny that during commentary, Jim Ross asked, "What's the story with her?" And Excalibur started to explain it. He's like, "Forget it." He's like, "I'm sorry I asked." He completely buried her gimmick on air.
Yeah.
So Chris Statlander goes over, and after Nyla Rose comes out to cut a promo, a victory speech.
Not a great promo, by the way.
Well, she's gonna destroy all the bitches in the division.
She's a big fucking monster.
I'm gonna destroy all the bitches in the division. She sounds like she's she's ridiculous. And then Big Swole comes out and security comes out.
I haven't seen Big Swole wrestle yet. I have no idea how her wrestling.
This was really weak. This whole segment was weak. with security was there way too fast.
Security's like that. Like,
Yeah,
the second that shit happened, the security showed up.
They didn't let anything happen. The security was there before anything happened.
Yeah.
It was kind of like two white boy frat guys fighting at a party,
Yeah.
waiting for their friends to
break it up.
To break it up. No one's really gonna do anything, but they want to look good for the girls there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was kind of that. It was very phony. Yeah, it was weak.
But how do you think Statlander versus Nyla Rose for the...
Well, we're going to talk about the Revolution card after. The next match was great.
Oh, because of
Moxley versus Cobb. And I got to say, people love Moxley. I love Moxley.
Yeah, I love Moxley.
I love his entrance to the crowd. I love the reaction he gets. What do you think about this match? What did you think about Cobb first?
I like Cobb, man. He might know who he reminded me of. Is what's that dude? Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino slash Taz.
Yeah, it's a little Taz too. He's this little strong guy.
And what did you think about Taz on the
Taz is
commentary?
Great. I love Taz as a commentator. I love him.
I want them to get rid. I think they should get rid of
Excalibur.
Get rid of Excalibur.
Why do you have a guy announcing in his fucking luchador helmet?
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
I think there's little things that AEW needs to get rid of.
And I gotta say, they also get rid of Tony Schiavone. I know it's like, oh, Tony was there back in the day and all that nonsense.
He's useless.
He sucks, man.
Yeah, I liked his little. His chemistry with Britt Baker though.
Yeah,
later on
he sucks.
But yeah, Tony Schiavone, I don't know if they need him. Maybe I don't want him on the mic, on the announcing.
All you need is JR and Taz.
And have JR do the interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
or throw like one of the lower rate B-rate female wrestlers.
Yeah, to do interviews.
Yeah,
they need a female interviewer doing that stuff.
WWE has like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think they should. Yeah, I agree with that. I like Schiavone to an extent. I don't think he should ever be on commentary.
No.
I don't think that Excalibur is good because he knows all the moves, but I think that he does. I don't. For one, I hate 3-man commentary teams. I think
someone gets buried all the time.
Someone always gets buried. And you saw it a lot here with Taz and Jim Ross, and Excalibur was trying to kind of find an entrance in the conversation.
Yeah.
And he was just getting buried. I think Jim Ross and Taz should be the commentary team.
That's all you need.
And this match was great. Cobb looked awesome in this match.
Cobb looked really good.
He was a suplex machine. He looked really good. Moxley went over on the match, but I don't think it made Cobb look bad.
No.
And we don't know if Cobb
may never come back, though.
You
don't know.
He wants to. It sounds like he wants to stay somewhat independent and be able to wrestle for ROH and New Japan.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he might be 6 months before we see him again.
Yeah, I think he's trying. They're trying to figure that out right now. And Cody on his Cody had a call with the press this week, and I listened to it. And he did mention that they're interested in signing Cobb to a long-term deal.
Yeah, but I'm skeptical the way he's going to do it.
Yeah, I think he's going to do the Ronin.
He can make much more money just going from independent circuit to independent circuit.
Yeah, but also they with AEW, the good thing is that every contract's different. Cody said, like guys like Jericho and Moxley are allowed to wrestle for New Japan.
Yeah.
So he can always have a thing where in his contract he's allowed to take dates, outside dates.
Probably not NWA.
Probably not Ring of Honor. I don't see them allowing it.
New Japan.
But New Japan, yeah. This match was very good, and after the match, Inner Circle came out and they jacked Moxley, and then Dustin Rhodes came out for the save and went right after Jake Hager.
Yeah, that was an awesome match.
Setting up their Revolution match.
Yeah, that's been an awesome match.
And then for one of the biggest pops of the night, Darby Allin came out.
I've never seen Darby Allin until tonight, and I liked him. I thought he was really
he
good.
came out with the skateboard,
skateboard down and shit, yeah. And
he looks cool. The makeup looks cool.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of Sting.
Yeah. Sting, a very young Sting.
Yeah, and people say that AEW doesn't build stars. They built this guy as a star.
Oh,
the crowd loves this guy.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, and that was great. He came out for the save, and then he cut his throat got injured earlier. His throat got smashed with a skateboard a couple weeks ago, and that's why he had to cut a promo with the cue cards again.
Yeah.
And as he went through faster, he cut a promo with the cue cards. That was great. He cut a promo on Sammy Guevara, who was the one who smashed him with the skateboard.
I think him and Sammy Guevara is going to be an epic match, man. Those guys are both fly around.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. We'll talk about that after. The next match was really good.
Oh, yeah.
The matches just keep getting better. This is a pay-per-view worthy card in general.
Yeah.
From the Moxley match on, it's pay-per-view basically.
Yeah.
The next match is Kenny Omega versus the Lucha Brothers.
Well, Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
And Hangman Page, obviously, yeah. This match was great. I think the Lucha Brothers are my favorite luchadors right now. What do you think?
They're the only luchadors I like.
Yeah.
They're awesome. And that, I mean,
yeah, I'm not a big AAA guy. I'm not a big luchador guy in general.
Because all these high-flying fucking circus moves.
When I was a kid, I really loved Rey Mysterio in WCW until they demasked him.
That was awful. I didn't like him from the beginning, actually.
Yeah,
I thought he was too small.
Yeah, I liked him I liked him when I was a kid. I was like 12 or 13. I loved him. But other than that, I've never really been into luchadors. But I like these guys.
Lucha Brothers sell. I mean, they sell moves.
And do you notice how they grounded them earlier? And they're doing some old school, ground
strong
wrestling
style stuff.
Yeah, and they connect and they selled. And it was great. It was funny. Jim Ross kind of buried the match halfway through. He talked about how this is the longest 10 count I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's got a
point. They have a rule when someone tags in, they have 10 seconds for their partner to leave the ring.
Right.
So they can do their double man moves, their double tag.
And also, there's all kinds of fighting outside the ring that lasted longer than 10-second count. I mean, the 10-second count doesn't exist.
I don't like when they bury the ref like that.
Yeah.
Because, the ref's not going to end the match.
And by the way, the refs in AEW are good.
They're very good.
They're really good refs.
And I like that they get named, too. I like that they actually get...
Their personalities.
They're not nameless refs like they are in WWE.
Yeah.
This match was really, really good.
Hangman Page is over more than Kenny Omega.
He's way over. He's way over. And after the match, do you notice that the Young Bucks came out to celebrate, and that whole scene where they're both pulling Kenny Omega, that was the one weak part. They both grabbed his arms.
Yeah, that was weak.
They're pulling from one side to side. And then Hangman Page goes off to drink beer.
Drinks a beer and goes off in the crowd.
Goes off into the crowd. He's so over. If they turn him heel, they're retarded.
No, he can't be going heel.
He cannot go heel.
He's the Stone Cold / James Storm of this generation.
Cowboy shit.
Yeah.
The whole crowd's going, cowboy shit.
Yeah.
Cowboy shit.
Just like you said, though, him versus James Storm, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I want to see him.
I want to see James Storm in AEW. Anyways.
Yeah, this whole storyline with him and the fucking him backstage, and they show James Storm come in, and they're both drinking a beer, staring each other down, and they kind of cut a promo about how can there only be one cowboy in this. There's only room for one cowboy in AEW. And then they're so similar. They have a feud, and they're so similar they end up joining forces and becoming a tag team.
The Beer Brothers or some shit.
The New Beer Money. Yeah, New Beer Money. That would be awesome. I fucking love Hangman Page. Kenny Omega is growing on me. This is the thing with Kenny Omega.
He doesn't. To me, all right, Kenny Omega.
He's not the best wrestler in the world.
Absolutely not. But he shows that he has a large.
He has an upside.
He has an upside, and he has a lot of moves.
Yeah, and he puts on good matches.
Yeah. But he's not.
I think his style is very, very Japanese. I like Japanese wrestling, but in that, I like Japanese wrestling in Japan. I like it in that. In that presentation, the Japanese presentation, I think he hasn't quite translated to American wrestling.
No, not yet, but he will.
He will. I think he has a huge upside.
Yeah, the hair has to go. The mullet has to go.
Yeah. The mullet. I could do without the mullet. Okay, and then we get to the final match.
Oh, I love this match.
Cody versus Wardlow.
In the steel cage.
In the steel cage. What do you think about Wardlow, by the way? This is the first match I've ever seen him.
He looks bigger than he is. They said he's like 6'2", 250. He looks like he's bigger than that, man.
Yeah, he's about my size.
He looks like he should be taller, though, doesn't he? 6'5" for it. But
yeah.
He's powerhouse guy. Doesn't have a lot of skill yet. He does a lot of power man moves.
Yeah, but he does strong style, big moves, suplex type moves.
Yeah,
I liked his suplexes, how he kind of... It was a suplex, and he kind of shoulder tossed Cody.
Yeah.
That was cool. He fucking dominated Cody in this match.
Cody was cut up early.
Oh, he got some juice early in the match. What do you think about the whole part where Cody's head, when he smashed him through the door and his head was hanging out, and MJF was talking shit to get Arn Anderson to smash his head open?
Oh yeah, he's like, come on, do it, join us.
Do it, just like you did to his father. And then Arn smashes MJF.
Yeah.
MJF was great. He was out telling Wardlow what to do, move for move.
MJF is officially the heel of the company.
He's the best. He might be the best heel in wrestling.
Yeah.
Period.
He's awesome as a
Any
heel.
company.
Never make him a face. He's got that Jersey Shore bro bullshit going on, and he's great.
Smarmy, almost Ric Flair in the 80s.
Yeah.
Ish, dapper. Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I love him as a bad guy.
And what did you think about the whole part where Cody's wife comes out and fucking with the chair and goes after MJF? MJF was climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's about to hit her, and then Arn throws MJF in the crowd.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene.
Arn still shows that he has a little bit of luster.
Oh, he definitely
left.
has some fight in him. You know who he looked like when he came out with the vest on? As a Chicago football fan.
Oh, yeah. He looked like Mike Ditka.
He looked just like Mike Ditka with the mustache
Yeah.
and the sweater vest. The high spot of the match, obviously.
Oh, the moonsault.
The crowd goes nuts. Cody
Cody so
finally.
over, man.
Cody can't get. He's at this point. The match turns around. He makes his babyface come back, and he's beating Wardlow up, but he can't get the pinfall. So he looks up in the sky.
He just starts climbing.
And he just starts climbing. And as soon as he doesn't wait, as soon as he gets to the top, he does the most.
No thought about it or anything, just does it.
In that match, that was a big steel cage.
Yeah,
that was
a 20-foot one probably.
That was bigger than the standard steel cages we've seen.
Yeah.
I just want to point out too that AEW has a different rule than WWF does.
You can leave the cage.
No, you can't. You don't win by climbing over the cage.
Right.
It's pinfall or submission. Typically in WWF, WWE, when someone to win the steel cage match, you have to climb out of the cage
or somehow get through the door.
Which I hate. I hated that.
That's a stupid thing.
I don't know if it's going to be permanently, but for this match, it's old school 80s, 70s territory rules where it's pinfall or submission, and the cage is there to keep you in with your adversary,
right? To make it
bloodier,
one-on-one.
Yeah.
Keep everyone else out.
Keep everyone else out. This was a fucking great match. And then that's when Cody, after we go off the air, that's when Cody cuts
if you haven't seen the cut, man, you should go online and see it.
Yeah, you got to watch his.
Awesome.
You got to watch Cody's promo afterwards. So that was, to me, that was.
For me, it's the best AEW I've seen.
Better than last week.
Yeah.
Last week was incredible.
It just gets better and better. I think.
I think next week is going to be even better.
I don't understand the 870,000 draw. I mean, it should be doing well better than that, man.
Well, next week we have the. It's going to take time to build and. Nowadays you're not going to get 90s numbers ever unless people have
9.8.
We don't have cable TV. Less people watch cable.
Yeah, I watch mine on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, don't bury us right now. But yeah, a lot of people watch shit online. A lot of people don't have cable. It's not. I don't think ratings mean as much as they used to, and I think it's just going to go up. It's going to be. I don't think NXT is going to come back and beat AEW ever again. As far as ratings,
I would say never again because Triple H is going to take a note of that.
Yeah, but I think AEW just has the momentum right now. Yeah. NXT is a great show. We're doing another episode today. We're going to talk about NXT.
Yeah,
but I think AEW with the larger crowds, it's brighter with the budget.
It's got the Nitro budget.
It feels like Nitro in the 90s. Yeah. Good Nitro. It doesn't feel like bad Nitro. It feels like Nitro in its heyday when it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this Revolution card.
All right.
I just wanted to mention next week we have the match, the 30-minute Iron Man match between Omega and Pac. Yeah. I think Pac is one of my favorite guys.
I've yet to see Pac wrestle yet. I'm looking.
Well, you saw him as Neville.
As Neville, yeah. That's a long time ago.
Back in WWF.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a great match. That they have the rule where they have to whoever gets the most pinfalls in 30 minutes wins.
Oh yeah.
I think that's gonna get a lot of eyes, and that's really gonna show the American audience what Kenny Omega can do. I think this week gave us a taste of that. I think next week is going to really show what Kenny can do, especially with someone like Pac.
Yeah.
I think Pac is as skilled as Kenny Omega. And I want to see more of Pac.
Yeah.
His promos have been fucking incredible. His vignettes.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing him wrestle.
Okay, so the first match we have here, we don't know the order of the card yet. We can assume that Cody and MJF are going to be going last. But the first match we have written down here is Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara.
That's a good match.
Who do you think goes over?
I think Darby Allin. Sammy Guevara he's like the annoying kid in high school
that you want to beat the shit out of.
Yeah, who's got he's got the haircut and all that shit.
He's doing his job though.
Yeah, he's a heel.
Sammy. When I first saw Sammy Guevara, I was like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
And then now as I see him and he's kind of growing on me as kind of Jericho's understudy.
Yeah.
I think putting him with Jericho was brilliant. I think he's only going to get better watching Jericho. And he's so fucking young. Both of these kids are so young. And a little note is Darby Allin was homeless before he signed with AEW. He's living in his car. Yeah. I really like Darby Allin. I think Darby Allin's a fan favorite. He's going to be one of the big baby faces in the company.
Time goes by, yeah.
in this match, these guys size-wise match up perfectly, and I agree. I think Darby Allin is going to go over Sammy Guevara. He needs to get his revenge for Sammy Guevara busting his throat with the skateboard.
Yep.
I think this match has potential to steal the show. I think it's going to be a very good match. Next match, Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hager.
Jake Hager takes him, man.
Yeah, he has
Hardcore.
to. Dustin Rhodes they're booking him really strong coming in, so Jake Hager can go over him and get something from the win. So it's not a meaningless win. And I'm excited. I like Jack Swagger back in WWE, and I'm excited to see Jake Hager wrestle in AEW.
I am too. Yeah, he's been sitting around and hanging out with his
as the bodyguard. He's been playing Diesel. As Diesel was for Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, and now it's time for him to shine.
Yeah, he's playing the same role. Do you think that if... This is a story idea I have. Do you think if Dustin Rhodes does beat Jake Hager, do you think that the Inner Circle turns on him and beats the shit out of him and they bring Cobb in to take his place and then they instantly make Jake Hager a babyface?
They can do that, but they'd have to sign Cobb.
Yeah, I think
Cobb would have to be exclusive.
I think that's going to happen, but I think that's going to happen down the line.
Yeah.
I think they're going to... Jake Hager's going to definitely be a babyface at some point.
I don't know. I like him as a heel, though. I loved him as a heel in WWE. He's such an ass. When he had...
Well, he needs a talker for him.
Yeah, he had... what's his name?
He needs a manager.
What's the guy's
Zeb
name?
Coulter.
Zeb Coulter,
Dutch Mantel. Dirty Dutch Mantel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Do you think he's going to wear the same ring gear? The olds with the wrestling with the strap?
The amateur wrestling uniform.
He could wear that, or he's been fighting in MMA. He can come in with his Bellator gear.
Yeah.
With the Brock Lesnar style MMA. I think they should go that way to capitalize off his MMA career.
Now, is he going to stick in MMA, or is he going to do both, or is he done?
Both. I think he's going to do both.
Yeah.
I think he'll take matches occasionally.
The payout.
Yeah. And it just adds credibility to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's undefeated. I think he's 3-0 right now in Bellator. Yeah, I hope he comes out in his MMA gear. A complete repackage.
Yeah.
You know. I think Jake Hager's going to go over. So let's mark, because we're going to keep track of this and talk about it after the pay-per-view. So Darby Allin goes over. Jake Hager goes over. Cody Rhodes versus MJF. This is the match I'm most excited for.
I think Cody's going to take it. If he doesn't take it, it's a screw job. That's the only way he can lose. It's a screw job.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes, maybe
and he might, with his role in the company, he may take the fall. Because he might want to put his own guys over.
MJF, he's young and he's up and coming.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? That they kind of previewed it, that it wins with a screw job. MJF wins because Arn turns on Cody as his coach.
They kind of hinted towards that's a possibility. And Arn is one of the best bad guys of all time, man.
That's what I mean.
Four Horsemen, he was such an asshole.
And MJF might be the best heel in wrestling, and he can only be better with Arn in his corner.
Yeah, Arn in the background is so good.
What are you gonna say? I'm gonna
say MJF in a fucking
with the Arn screw job.
With a screw job.
I agree. I think that match is gonna be incredible. AEW Tag Team Championship: Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Young Bucks.
A lot of big moves.
A lot of
high dangerous.
I think the Young Bucks take it because there's going to be inner turmoil between Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
And then they break them up as a tag team. Because they are the one tag team that is two single wrestlers together.
Yeah, and they've obviously built up the storyline where they're not meshing well.
Right.
And Adam Page isn't really getting along with the Young Bucks.
So the Young Bucks win, they pin one of the other two guys, and the other guy turns on them. So say they pin Omega, then Adam Page turns on him, a super kick or some shit, and that's the end of that.
You know, they could swerve us, and they could, because it looks like they're going to have Hangman Page go heel, but he's so over. They might have Kenny Omega go heel.
Yeah, and Kenny Omega has a lot of heat on the internet.
Let's play up that. I'm going to go for, I think that
Young Bucks win.
Young Bucks win because Kenny Omega goes heel on Adam Page.
Okay, that sounds good.
I think that's better. I hope they don't turn Hangman Page heel because he could be a future huge babyface in the company. Okay, AEW World Championship match: Chris Jericho versus Moxley. I think
Jericho takes it.
Yeah, and I don't want there to be too many screwjob finishes, but they need to keep Moxley strong too.
Yeah, but Moxley works as like the underdog. You know, the guy runs in out of nowhere and fucking.
If they do a screw job finish here, this is the thing.
They can't do two screw.
They can't do one. They can't do a screw job finish with Cody and MJF if they do a screw job with Chris Jericho and Moxley.
Right. So I don't.
So it's gonna be one or the other. One of the other matches is gonna be a screw job.
Yeah.
So if Cody Rhodes wins, then I would say there's a screw job.
And Jericho wins.
And if MJF wins, then Moxley wins. It's going to be one or the other.
Okay.
I'm going to go for Moxley taking the title. I don't think he will. I think Chris Jericho is going to win still. I think they need to keep the title on Jericho to build the title up. But Jericho could drop it. He might be going on tour this summer with Fozzy.
That's right.
So that's my prediction that Moxley's going to go over.
Now, we didn't mention the female match, the ladies match.
The ladies match, yeah, was Rose versus Statlander.
I don't see Rose.
Nyla Rose has to win.
Yeah, she's too big and too strong. No one can touch her. Maybe Awesome Kong, if any wrestler, female wrestler, in all
yeah,
wrestling.
I don't even think that. Not at her state right now.
Maybe Charlotte Flair. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair. But yeah, no one in AEW. I think they have to build up a new babyface female to challenge her down the road.
Yeah.
But I think she's just gonna run roughshod through the women's division
I think so too.
for a long time.
A long time.
And in her promo today, she said she's never gonna lose. She's gonna be a one-time champion because she's never gonna drop the title. That was the one thing I liked about that promo.
They're gonna have to bring someone in who can beat her.
Yeah,
Bring like a Mickey James or who else is out there that's a free agent? I mean, Mickey James is like she's.
I don't know where
WWE.
Mickey James is now. Yeah,
she's buried in WWE somewhere.
Yeah. I'd like to see Gail Kim come in.
Oh yeah, she's probably buried in WWE.
Because I love. No, she's in. I think she's in Impact now. I haven't been watching Impact in years, but I think I'd like to see Gail Kim kind of replay her feud with Awesome Kong, but with Nyla Rose.
I mean, name 3 guys on Impact's roster.
3 guys in Impact's roster.
It's not easy.
Yeah. What's her name? Who has the title right now?
Oh yeah, she has the men's title, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then fucking Rob Van Dam.
Is he there?
Yeah, Rob Van Dam.
I just checked the last pay-per-view and they didn't show his
name.
name.
Rob Van Dam's there. And who else? I don't know. I can think about it. I'm sure you guys are screaming right now and telling, but I don't really keep track of Impact at all. I've never been a TNA guy. I've never liked Impact.
No.
Even when they had like tons of great guys.
Aces and Eights is cool.
Yeah, I watched it then when Aces of Eights. It dragged on too long though. Obviously Kurt Angle and Sting and all those guys were there. I liked.
But the writing was putrid.
Yeah, it was really bad. I liked Kazarian and Daniels when they were there. I liked Beer Money when they were there. Yeah, I mean, I loved AJ Styles.
Hey,
Samoa Joe.
No SCU in the Revolution.
Yeah, who do you think SCU is going to fight?
They're going to have to be in there.
Oh, SCU Dark Order.
Oh,
I forgot to write that down.
Yeah.
So it's me, SCU. Do you think that the Exalted One in the Dark Order is going to be revealed?
If it's Daniels, man, I don't know. It could be Daniels.
You think it's Daniel? I think it's a swerve. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Hardy. It's going to be Matt Hardy.
But they put Matt Hardy over on Raw.
No, they got his ass.
I know, but he was there and he sold.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They wrote him off TV on Raw.
As of this week. Because we thought they'd let him off TV on Raw.
No, they did it again.
Yeah.
They wrote it. I think he's done. I think that's... So it's going to be SCU versus Dark Order in the tag team. I think Dark Order goes over with the revelation of Matt Hardy as the Exalted One.
Okay. I can see that happening.
I think that's good booking right there. I want to see... I think... No one cares about the Dark Order right now, but that's because they don't have anybody.
Yeah.
But once Matt Hardy shows up, I think after this pay-per-view, the Dark Order will rise as one of the top bad guys.
And they'll start picking guys up at other stables or whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Comment down below, and if you want to email us, it's BLUMILK77@gmail.com. That's bluemilk77@gmail.com.
Facebook is coming.
Yeah, I'm going to build a Facebook page. Make sure you guys subscribe to that. Our channel, if you want to subscribe, is 80s Kids. It's 80SKIDZ. 80s Kids at YouTube. You can subscribe. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we're also going to do a YouTube show later today about NXT, and then we're gonna do one about Clone Wars. So fuck, I love Star Wars, and a fuck, I love wrestling later on today.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace out.